Hello friends, welcome back to the new tutorial of the Angular. Today we are going to learn about the assessing the child component with view child. Those who haven't subscribed my channel yet, please do subscribe my channel, and if you like the video, please do like, share and comment on my video. Let's get started. So the view child decorator purpose allows a parent component to access a reference to the child component. Okay, enables interaction and the data exchange between the parent and the child in a more controlled manner. Key points: view child allows the parent component to directly interact with the child components with the help of the view child. It provides a more controlled way to access and manipulate the child components compared to its output and the input for the complex interactions. You can use the view child to access a single child component or array of child component using the view children. Important considerations: ensure that the child component has been fully initialized before accessing it using the view child. You can use after view init or after view checked lifecycle hook to ensure this. Template reference variables are used to identify the child component within the template. Let's take an example. You will get a clear look how exactly it should be implemented. Okay, so here we have the things. So first of all, we have a child component.ts file. So here you can see that app child, and this is our template. So I'm going to just use the template one. So here we are have the child component. Okay, so let me remove everything, right? And here I need to just go with this one. Okay, so here you can see that we have a template file. Right now we are going to use the log message method. Okay, here, fine. So this is our child component. Okay, now the parent one. So here you can see that we have the parent one with the template. So this is our parent app component. So I'm going to use this one. Okay, go with user. I think there would be a app user. So let's go with app user and app user. Okay, now we have to define the view child. Okay, so this is the way that we have to define, that is at the rate view child. So this is our child component, so this is the component that we have to use, that is the child component, right? So let me use that one. So here we go with this. Here you can see we have a child component. Okay, so this is what we have to pass it. Okay, so I'm going to use everything and make sure we have to implement it after ng after view init hook. So here I'm going to implement that one, so make sure you have to use that one. That is very very important. Okay, so here we go with this one. Let's copy this whole because it's the same one. Okay, so we have to use both of the things. Okay, so here we go with the view child and the after view init for the Angular core. Let's import it. Okay, now we have the child component. So currently it's a user component, so I'm going to use that one. Okay, so this is what we have. Now assessing the child component after the view initializes. So here I'm going to assess the child component, this dot child component. Okay, it will log here. Okay, and call the children method, call the method defined in the child component. So here you can see that we have a method in the child component. Let's have a look. So I think there is a method that is called log message. I want to assess this method in our parent one. So what I need to do, this is the reference of the component, child component. So this dot child component dot log message. Okay, and when I do the click button on the call children method, this will call, and I'm going to whatever happening in this method that is defined in the child. So I'm going to assess this method from the child one. Okay, so here you can see that we can use the methods or the view from the child into our main component. Okay, so whenever you have the condition like you want to use the methods from the child one, this is what you can use, that is the view child. And the one more thing that is very important for the view child, it's preferred that you have to use this view child for the DOM manipulation rather than you are going to use with the passing the data from the child, from parent to child and child to parent. So for this reason you have to go with only the output and the input decorators. View child is basically used for using the DOM manipulation. I will go with that point also, what exactly what I mean to say. First of all, let's implement this one. Okay, so how you can get with this. So if I go to my front end, just reload, I think I haven't restarted. Okay, so ng serve. So if I just F12 console, okay, so this is different thing I guess. Okay, now here you can see the child component. Okay, and this is a method, right? So here we go with our child component, user component, ng context one. Okay, so here we can see that the first of all, when the ng after init, this will call this dot child component. Okay, now the thing, when I do the click on this method, then log message will hit. Okay, so hello from the child component. So we are successfully able to get this log message, hello from the child component, right? So this is the flow of the view child. Let's go with the considerations, the key points of that one. Okay, so the child component, parent component, we have already discussed that the child component app child has the method log message, which we have already discussed, right? Parent component uses the view child decorator to get the reference of the child component instance child component, right? The ng view after in its life cycle hook ensures that the view and the child component are initialized before accessing them. So this is very important. You have to go under this life cycle hook, and after that you are able to get the reference of that component, right? The parent can now call the log message method of the child component using the reference. Okay, now the template app child element in the parent template embeds the child component. So here you can see in the app component, here you can see we have embedded the child component with a button called child method, right? And use cases for the view child: assessing and controlling the child component behavior, triggering methods, updating properties, interacting with the DOM elements, focus on element fields, manipulating with the directive applied to the child elements, right? So this is the use case of that one. So if you're trying to use it for the assessing the child component, I think you should don't use that for the component type. Basically it is basically used for the DOM manipulations, if you have a p tag and button has some reference, some id, and if you want to reference of that element, you want to change the text of that element, in that scenario you can use that one. But if the complex structure is there, so I prefer not to go with the view child. It you will use it for the DOM manipulation. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great day, and don't forget to like, share and comment on my video. Have a nice day.